time you turn around. Oh, look at this, little Johnny. That mower company, E-Z Wurkz, is holding the Design Our Next Mower contest. You're into lawnmowers and such. You should enter.
Wow! Really? It's awesome, Grandpa! I want to draw a picture of a lawnmower.
Sounds good, little Johnny. I'll get some paper and markers. Hey, look at this, Pa! E-Z Wurkz is having a Design Our Next Mower contest. You're into lawnmowers and such. You should enter.
Ha! E-Z Wurkz. They'd put a motor on a turd if they could. I'm not gonna waste my time.
I don't know, Pa. You got some pretty good ideas. You should enter. I think you'd win it.
You know what, Junior? I'm gonna enter that contest. And I'm gonna draw them something they never seen before. Something of quality. And most importantly,
What's that, Pa?
something that'll last.
Yeah, Pa, let's win that prize money. I know you can design something better than that crap they design.
All right, Junior. Here it is. Here's the winner.
All right, great. I got faith in you, Pa.
All I need you to do is put it in the mailbox.
What? Me? I'm not going out there. It's cold out there.
You want part of this prize money, don't you?
Well, yeah.
Well, then go stick it out in the mailbox.
All right. You better win.
Yeah, we're gonna win. Grandpa, I'm done.
You need me to wipe your butt, little Johnny?
No, Grandpa. I'm doing my drawing for the contest.
Oh, that was fast. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, wow. Wow, little Johnny. Wow, this is incredible. We need to get this over to E-Z Wurkz ASAP. Wow.
Pterodactyl here. Today's how-to video is going to be on this here Tuff Torq transmission. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some drain plugs to the transmission. That's right, I said drain plugs. We're going to add 2 plugs. So maybe you've got one of these transmissions and you want to change the fluid in it, and you're like, oh, I can't change the fluid. There's no drain plugs. What do I do? How do I change the fluid? Well, what you'd have to do is remove the transmission, take off either this vent cap, or remove the fan and pop out this plug, and you'd have to drain the fluid out that way and then refill it. But we're going to add drain plugs. But the first thing we have to do is get the drain plugs. Oh, look what came in the mail. Something from Tuff Torq. Those must be some pretty big drain plugs they sent me. Let's get out my $200 knife. See what Tuff Torq has sent me. Maybe it's just a big box with a bunch of packing paper in it and a little bag. What is this? What is this? Okay, here's the drain plugs. Looks like there's quite a few in there. And here's another box, which we'll open at a later date. What's this? This is a transmission stand to hold the Tuff Torq transmission. What is this? This is a tool kit. These are seal tools. So in case you're wondering, you can go to Tuff Torq's website and you can purchase this transmission stand and the seal dealer tool kit, they call it. And then here's the drain plugs. Now they have 2 different sizes. They have an 8mm and a 10mm. What we're going to install is the 8mm plugs. The 10mm plugs are for their bigger transmissions, which they would use in bigger lawn tractors. But for these smaller lawn tractors that we're going to be doing, we need the 8mm. So this stand didn't come with any kind of instructions. So what I gathered was, oh, okay, you know, they want you to slide the trans on top of these Allen head bolts. Well, the bolts don't fit in the holes. So then I thought, okay, maybe they thread from underneath and they're like pins, and then you would just take the transmission and just set it on the pins. So that's probably how they want it. And then that way it kind of leans towards you. So when you're working on it, you know, you don't have to bolt it and unbolt it every time you need to flip it around to do something. So the first thing we need to do before we put those drain plugs is we got to drain the oil that's in there out. Now, as I pointed out earlier, there's two different ways of doing that. You can either do it through this vent cap, or you can remove the fan and take out this plug. Now, underneath that plug is a little magnet, and that'll catch any kind of little metal that may be floating around in there. So we're gonna go ahead and take the fan off and pop that off so you can see about that. So we need to remove this pulley, so you're gonna need a pair of snap ring pliers. And then pull the pulley off. Take off the fan. Now we can get at this plug. Now in case yours is rusted on there and it won't come off, you could always take an air hammer with a point on it, stick it in that hole, and give it a little hammering, and you can pull that pulley off. Now we need to pop that plug out of there. Take a screwdriver and gently get that worked up a little bit. Then you can pop that cap off. And there's that magnet that I was talking about. Let's get a pair of pliers to pull that out. See how it's got metal on it? That's a good indication that you might have some transmission problems. You may need more than just adding some drain plugs. We'll address that in a different video. Now you can take the transmission and get a pan and empty it. So the easiest way to drain this oil out is get a 5-gallon bucket. Everybody's got one of them. And I took that magnet out so it wouldn't fall in there. Then you can just lay the transmission. Fits pretty good in that 5-gallon bucket. So you ain't got to sit there and hold it. But once we put the drain plugs in, all you'll have to do is climb underneath and remove the drain plugs. Okay. Move it around. Now, go ahead and put this plug back in. Now, if you wanted to get fancy, you could always cut an opening. You could mount this stand to a piece of plywood like I got here and cut a hole in it. So that way when you're working on it, if you did have extra oil in it, it could just drain into a bucket you could have underneath. If you wanted to get fancy. But I just put the plug back in so it don't leak all over. So 12mm socket, and we're going to remove this cover. That was 10. Here's 12. Now all the outer bolts are the same length. These two in the middle here are longer. Now, if you look around the cover, they have these little tabs sticking out. And that's for you to pry against gently. Till you can break that silicone seal. Hear it? They're in the corners here. There's one here underneath the brake. So just go around till you can work that cover loose. Carefully lift it off of there. And this one's in pretty nasty shape here. And this is your filter. Look at that filter, it's dirty. Well, once you add these drain plugs and clean this filter and change it on a regular basis, you won't have to worry about taking this off and cleaning in here. Now they use just an RTV type silicone to seal this cover. But since this one's all dirty, I'm going to take it over my parts washer and clean it out real good. So Tuff Torq put these two casting holes in here for drain plugs. Just in case a manufacturer wanted drain plugs in the transmission they were going to put in their piece of equipment. So not every manufacturer wanted the drain plugs, but they have the castings in there anyway, and that's what these are for. So there's one to drain the differential area, because if you notice where the silicone is, this pocket here is silicone separate from this pocket here for the differential. So there's two areas that need to be drained separately. That's the reason for the two drain plugs. So the drain plug is 8mm 1.25 thread pitch. So that's what size tap you're going to need. So the kit comes with this 125 flanged head metric bolt, and it comes with this sealing washer. So for 8mm 125 pitch, you need a 17/64 drill. So I notice you're probably going, Taryl, why didn't you clean that cover out very good? You didn't do a good job in your parts washer. That's because I got to drill holes in it and I'm going to make a mess and I have to clean it again. Just wanted to get some of that oil and nastiness out of there so you could see where these pockets are. Make sure you use a good drill. See, got all them chips in there now. I gotta clean it again. So there's your two spots. Taryl, why didn't you just try to find the center of those two spots and just drill and tap it from the outside without taking it apart? And then we would have never seen all that nastiness in there that we had to clean out. So now we got our drain plug holes tapped. Now all we need to do is clean it real good and then get all this old silicone off of there and then reapply some new RTV. You can use the black RTV, you could use the gray RTV. You just want to use some kind of RTV silicone to reseal this cover. bolt it back on, and then I would let it sit probably for a good 6-8 hours just to make sure that silicone seals up real well. Got our cover all clean and ready to be resealed with some new RTV and install our drain plugs. I went ahead and got a new filter that goes here. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you. Right over here is another magnet for the differential. So you're going to want to check that and clean that while you're in here looking around. Here's what those disc magnets look like that I got them cleaned up. So we'll reinstall that one. And we got our drain plugs in and tightened down. Now we'll apply our gasket maker and put the cover back on. So you want to put a bead all the way around, and then you want to put a bead here to here, and then you want to do this little area here and this little area here. You don't have to get it on this, just up to here where that groove is. Now we're ready to reinstall it. So now you can fill it with the desired fluid that your transmission takes. Now you can fill it through here, or you can fill it through here. Now the trouble with filling it through here is you're probably going to damage this breather trying to get it out the first time. So if that happens, you're going to have to buy a new breather. And the breather cap comes in their seal kit. So they make a seal kit you could buy that comes with this new cap, new end seals, some other internal seals, top seals, and a new filter. Because chances are you're not going to be able to fill it through here. Once we put the fan and the pulley back on, it's going to cover that cap. So be aware of that, unless you can get this breather cap out without ruining it. But that's got to breathe, it's got a vent in it. So once you get it filled, then you can go ahead and reinstall that last magnet and then put the cap back on. So say you have one of these transmissions and it's just low on fluid and you want to fill it, and it's like, well, Taryl, I don't know, how do I know how much oil to put in it? There's no level gauge on it. So here, again, all this information's on their website. They show you where the level should be. And that's that little magnet I just put back in. That's that little disc magnet and the little plate, and that's the black cap. So they're telling you right here, this is the oil level of where it should be through the black cap. If you want to fill it through here, this is where they tell you the level should be, through the breather cap. So the level's going to be further down from the top. Again, this information's on their website. And this is the type of oil to put in your transmission. So you find the model trans you have in this list, and it'll tell you what oil to use. And that's their part number. Or this is the original oil. So what they recommend is, if it had 1030 in it, put some more 1030 in it. If it had 550, put that in it. Otherwise, drain it all out and put all new 1030 in, or put their Tuff Torq oil in it. And here it tells you the amount. So you can measure it out. You could pre-measure it out and just pour it in. That way you know you got the right level. And again, this is all available on their website. So, that's all there is to installing a couple of drain plugs on your Tuff Torq lawn tractor transmission. For more information, go to Tuff Torq's website or go to your nearest Tuff Torq dealer. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! Solid drain plugs at Tuff Torq Transmission! And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ring the bell for notification. Ding, 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 ding. And go to our web store and buy some Taryl apparel. Keep watching.
All right, Tom. Well, here's the last 2 entries for the contest, and it's up to us to pick the winner. So this one here was sent in by a Taryl Dactyl. So what do you think of this one here?
Wow, this looks really well built. Some truly innovative design they got going on here. It's very detailed. It's gonna be hard to top this one.
I agree. That's a very good one there. Pretty innovative stuff. All right, what do we have over here? The last entry is by Little Johnny, it says on this one. What do you think of this one here?
Wow, look at this. Wow, I am speechless.
Pretty amazing. I didn't think that last one would be easily topped, but this one blows it out tenfold.
I'm blown away. I'm speechless. Wow, I don't even know what to say. Little Johnny may have just single-handedly saved E-Z Wurkz. I'm gonna call Jason and let him know.
Pa, looky here, Pa. E-Z Wurkz sent us a letter back about the contest.
Give me that! Probably telling me that I won.
Well, Pa, did you win?
No.
What? Why not? Did it say who won?
No. Probably some snot-nosed kid.
I don't know, Pa. Whoever must have won probably had a pretty awesome drawing. I didn't think it'd be easy to top yours. You probably had a degree in engineering or something.
Yeah, that picture is pretty awesome.
Grandpa! I won the contest!
Oh, you did? Oh, great, Johnny. I knew you could do it. Well, what'd you win?
Just this piece of paper with a 7 and a bunch of zeros on it.
What? Let me see that.
Oh, what's that smell, Grandpa?
Oh, Johnny. You're gonna have to have Grandma change my diaper. Dolores, honey, come here.
Little Johnny may have just single-handedly saved E-Z Wurkz. I'm gonna call Jason and let him know.
No, Grandpa! I'm doing my drawing for the contest! I've been waiting for my own for years now.